Volanguela o veteranu, hoi tabua. Aku do talitaina na barongo na Bula FM, na Bandua na seri.
Bula, alang gonoa, ilutoka do talita na Bula FM berarti na Bandua na seri.
Ni Bula binaka, nanreke ngosa Bula FM nga. Na kasi.
Nalang gosa mundo atiwe na Bula FM na Bandua na seri nusuri.
Ni Bula binaka, nalang go Jerry, yang melambasa. Do barongo na Bula FM, na Bandua.
Bula FM, na Bandua na seri.
In the news tonight, opposition votes should not be tallied against Fiji First. Business on a low for Wainandoi vendors. And Western Division records highest number of road fatalities.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Smith.
It is ill-conceived to add together the opposition party votes and those of other parties against the Fiji First, says Supervisor of Elections Mohammed Saneem. Those against Fiji First often claim that it had a narrow win by 137 votes in the 2018 general election.
Fiji First didn't win by 137 votes. It won by about 40,000 votes.
227,000 for Fiji First, Sodelpa is 181. So there's a 40,000 votes difference between Fiji First and the closest party in parliament. There is a difference of roughly 180,000 or 190,000 votes between Fiji First and the National Federation Party. So the ideology that 137 votes differentiates between opposition and government is also incorrect and misconceived.
Speaking before the Parliamentary Committee on Justice, Law and Human Rights this morning, Saneem pointed out that individual party votes should not be stacked together against the ruling party.
In terms of the number of seats, there is a very clear majority in Parliament of up to 3 seats. And that is a clear majority of 24 seats from the National Federation Party and a clear majority of 6 seats from the Social Democratic Liberal Party. So technically speaking, in electoral language, that's not a very close election.
The Supervisor of Elections told the committee that this misinformation is being spread by sitting MPs, politicians who lost the election, and even academics. Saneem pressed his point further, saying there is no hung parliament since the government has managed to pass bills and budgets, and the Speaker has not had to cast a vote to break a tie in Parliament. Edwin Nand, FBC News.
The current measles outbreak in the south and eastern part of Viti Levu has slowed business for many who live within or close to the quarantined area. Roadside vendors have noticed a drastic drop in daily earnings since the outbreak started 3 weeks ago. Koroi Tandolala reports.
For Tavanese and Awavi, the past 2 weeks have been a struggle as she forks out what little produce she has to support her family.
Business for the past 2 weeks has been really slow compared to other times. We noticed that when the news of measles outbreak in Wainandoi started, selling our produce here on the roadside has become really slow. It's like people are scared to stop their car because they fear the disease.
A roadside vendor who resides in Wainandoi says the fear associated with measles not only affects her business but follows her to town.
Before sales were really good, but with measles around, now people don't stop here anymore. When we go to town and when people hear Wainandoi, people just don't want to talk to us because they're scared.
Households dependent solely on selling the produce are trying to find means to get through the festive season and begin a new academic year shortly after Christmas.
I hope it will get better soon as Christmas is fast approaching now. It's becoming a worry for me now that soon after Christmas I need to prepare my kids for school. These are some of the things that are affecting us here.
Now sales has slowed down. It's the exact point of what should happen. Now we also want to celebrate the festivity next month, and at the same time we'll have to worry about getting our children ready for school next year as well.
Meanwhile, the latest 2 reported cases of measles are a 22-year-old Wailali settlement and a 16-year-old from Navuni Kambi, both in the quarantined Serua Namusi subdivision. The number of confirmed measles cases in the country remains at 13. Koroi Tandolala, FBC News.
Meanwhile, late this evening, the Health Ministry stated there are now 14 confirmed cases of measles. The latest confirmed case is a 36-year-old from Makoso Ndiumba in Serua Namusi. An alarming number of road fatalities continue to occur in the Western Division. According to statistics by the Traffic Research Unit, 29 people died this year, while 45 people had died last year in the division. Pranita Prakash reports.
Despite traffic enforcement, the Western Division continues to record the highest number of road casualties.
It's not that the officers are not functioning. It's a wide area that is between Singatoka to Rekereki, as we declare as Western Division, and definitely we have a good roads there. People do overspeed. We try all our best. So far we have recorded already over 100,000 traffic infringement throughout the country, and majority are from Western Division.
SSP Mishra says everyone needs to work together to reduce road accidents.
We'll continue to do our enforcement, but it's just a matter of changing driver behavior. That is our concern. That all owners, and all motorists, they know that Western roads, if they drive fast, they become the risk of road fatalities.
Safety is everyone's responsibility, not just a particular entity. It's not just the police or LTA or ACCF or government. We should all take personal responsibility.
Meanwhile, the Land Transport Authority has also taken a stance to name and shame high-risk drivers. LTA recently published the names of 15 drivers, and surprisingly, all are from the Western Division. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
Defence Minister Nia Seruratu says the increasing geopolitical interest in the Pacific has exposed our greatest vulnerabilities. He was speaking at the counter-terrorism workshop in Nandi. Ali Kimbia with the story.
Nia Seruratu has called for all Pacific Island countries to work together to eliminate threats of terrorism.
Ladies and gentlemen, is something that I want to again stress with all of us, that the geopolitics and the competition here in the region is intensifying, and of course we need to be prepared to adapt.
Seruratu says the global shift to the region has brought positive impact, but it comes with major challenge of providing more surveillance at our various ports of entry.
In addition, our porous borders, the challenges on resources and limitations to our defense and national security capacity and capabilities has affected our ability to effectively secure our vast ocean space and territory.
The Defence Minister says the focus on the Pacific is unprecedented, and this can be exploited by organised crime networks around the globe. Ali Kimbia, FBC News.
The low rainfall in the country over the past few weeks is becoming a major concern for the Energy Fiji Limited. Chief Executive Hasmukh Patel says the low rainfall is now having its effects on water levels at the Monosavu and Nandarivatu Dam. Pranita Prakash reports it is yet to reach a critical level.
The Energy Fiji Limited says Monosavu and Nandarivatu have experienced below average rainfall in the past few weeks.
Then last year in October, we had some 1,200 millimeters of rain. This year, we have had only 313 millimeters of rain in October, which is below the long-term average of 390. In November last year, we had 284 millimeters of rain, which was below the long-term average of 476. And this year, we have only received to date, as I speak, up until the 27th of November, some 203 millimeters of rain.
Hasmukh Patel says the outflow is more than the inflow.
If we receive below average rain continuously for the next few months, then we could be heading for trouble. And therefore our humble appeal to all our valued customers is, please use electricity, I wouldn't say sparingly, but carefully. Don't waste any electricity, because we are actually using valuable water right now, and it's coming in very limited way.
Patel says if the situation continues, this will affect the output of the hydro generation, and they will have to run diesel generators, which would become costly. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
Up ahead, more than 1,000 cases of tuberculosis in cattle recorded. An alleged sex trafficking trial continues. Details after the break.
Hi, Bula. I'm Selai from Nandi. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Hi, my name is Sotiama here in Ba. We love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bula, I'm Miri. I'm from Lotoka, and I love Gold FM because they play all my classic hits.
Hi, my name is Fiona from Tavua, and I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Hi, I'm Ini from Raki Raki. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
The Agriculture Ministry has recorded over 1,000 cases of tuberculosis in cattle so far this year. Director Animal Health and Production, Avinesh Dayal, says this is due to the increasing support and funding received by the ministry to help address the issue. Saina Limboila reports.
40,000 cattle were tested by the Agriculture Ministry and 1,062 were TB positive.
For TB, we are still up there. It all started in 2014, like I have mentioned previously, and the detections have been fluctuating. It has been going up and down. Now we are in almost December 2019, and hopefully that number 1,000 that is seen there will go into hundreds very soon.
Agriculture Permanent Secretary Ritesh Das says the ministry works closely with relevant stakeholders to help address the issue.
Also continues to support biosecurity of Fiji in their important frontline role in combating, controlling and managing this disease.
The ministry has recorded over 17,000 cases of bovine TB in cattle since its re-emergence in 2010. Sainian Imboila, FBC News.
The My FNPF Centre in Nadi will now open next year, following an issue with Pacific Building Solutions, who awarded the contract initially. In a press conference in Nadi today, the fund has stated that the delay in works was due to PBS breaching the contractual agreement. Felipe Naikaso with the details.
This FNPF project was due to finish earlier this year. However, following the termination of PBS contract in December 2018, the fund had to reschedule the opening date.
Basically, as I said at the beginning, when we terminated PBS, was due to non-performance or breach of contract. So when we took over, there were a lot of remedial work that was required, particularly on the structures, meaning the steel, and also fire protection.
FNPF also had to revise the investment budget and increased it to $30.5 million.
For customers, when they enter the building, they can do their shopping, have a place to eat before they walk out from this building. So they are satisfied. So we offer everything under one roof. That's the main target for when we complete this building.
However, the fund stresses that all issues have been rectified and the project will be completed in February next year.
And at the end of the day, our biggest and utmost responsibility is to our members. So when you see us investing a bit more to ensure the structural safety of this complex, that's because the obligation we have on our members to ensure that they are safe.
With Nadi Town being a flood-prone area, the developers of the My FNPF Centre has taken this into account and have raised the floor level to 1.8 meters to ensure that floodwaters do not affect their tenants during a natural disaster. Felipe Naikaso, FBC News.
The victim in the alleged child sex trafficking case testified in court today that she was forced to wear certain types of clothing by the accused. On trial is 38-year-old Chosivata Werelangi, who faces 1 count of aggravated sexual servitude and 3 counts of domestic trafficking of children for allegedly forcing minors into prostitution. The 19-year-old witness, under cross-examination, said she could have refused to travel with Werelangi or refused to do what she was instructed, but she was scared. She said the accused did not threaten her, but kept instructing her about what she was supposed to do. The girl, who was 15 years old at the time, alleges she was forced to wear a miniskirt before they travelled to Samambula, Suva, with Werelangi and then walked to Rewa Street. She also gave evidence that they sat near the bus stop at Gospel High School before she was instructed by the accused to follow a man to his house for sex. The trial continues. The World Mosquito Program has handed over Wolbachia-carrying mosquito monitoring materials to the Ministry of Health. This follows the successful completion of the release of Wolbachia mosquitoes in project sites in Vitilevu. Apanisa Wangarandovo reports that these mosquitoes help reduce outbreaks of dengue, chikungunya and Zika.
The Wolbachia mosquitoes were released in the Central and Western Division, and the ministry will now monitor their effectiveness for the next 5 years.
After the completion of our 5-year monitoring period, that is the time that we will understand how the intensity of the Wolbachia establishment in this, within these two areas.
Chan says early results have revealed a promising outcome.
Within 1 year, we have seen a positive impact, and as we move on with our monitoring program, I believe that we will achieve the similar results that we have achieved in other countries.
While negotiations for funding continue so other parts of the country can be assisted, the World Mosquito Program in Fiji anticipates that recent release may spread to areas that were not covered.
Don't think that your area wasn't covered, but as long as the bigger areas are covered along these corridors here in the Central Division, also with Nosori and Nandi and Lautoka, other areas will also be protected by these Wolbachia carrying mosquitoes.
Wolbachia carrying mosquitoes are safe for people, animal and the environment. However, the ministry says that people need to protect themselves from mosquito bites and also remove mosquito breeding sites. Apeni Sawangarandobu, FBC News.
And Kelly joins us now with the latest from business.
Thanks, Jackie. Coming up after the break. Post Fiji declares dividend payment. And in Growing Fiji, now villagers learn more about Mabe farming. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Shamiza. And I'm Salma. We're from Nandi and we love Mirchi FM because it's hot.
My name is Rajnita Lata and I'm from Vatulaloba. और हम सब मिर्ची एफएम सुनता है because it's hot.
Hi, my name is Vinita. I'm from Lambasa. I love listening to Mirchi FM. It's number 1.
हमारा नाम सागर रेड्डी है. हम लोग स्कूल में, हम लोग घर में और कहीं भी रहता हम लोग कल मिर्ची एफएम सुनता. गौल टाउन तावा में मिर्ची एफएम दागो मामा.
Mirchi FM. It's hot.
Post Fiji Limited today paid over $351,000 to the Fijian government as dividends. It was the payout for the 2017 and 2018 financial year. Board Chair Lawrence Tikaram says the payout was made possible through Post Fiji's continuous innovation and the diversity of its services.
This shows a sign of confidence that we have in the systems and processes that we've replaced. Under challenging global conditions, we have diversified our business to cushion that impact.
From 2012 to 2016, Post Fiji paid the government $1.2 million in dividends. And Sinifa from HFC Bank joins us now with the latest from the trading market.
The US dollar strengthened overnight, helped by upbeat US data, even as uncertainty about a preliminary US-China trade agreement and a shortened holiday week in the US kept currency moves muted. US economic growth picked up slightly in the third quarter, rather than slowing as initially reported. Their GDP increased at a 2.1% annualized rate, up from the 1.9% pace estimated last month. In New Zealand, their business confidence was up. The improvement came about despite the latest bump in ongoing trade talks and gave a bit of support to our Kiwi counterpart. Meanwhile, US President Donald Trump has now signed legislation supporting anti-Beijing protesters in Hong Kong, which is expected to complicate efforts to end the US-China trade war. That's all for now from HFC Bank, Vinaka.
Thanks, Sinifa. Here today's exchange rates as set this morning. It was a mixed day for the Fiji dollar, which rose against the Aussie dollar, the Kina and the euro and the yen, but declined versus the Chinese yuan, the US greenback and the Kiwi dollar. Looking at the commodities, the prices of oil dropped a few cents to below $58 per barrel. Gold was down slightly at $1,457 per ounce, and silver closed down at $17.01 per ounce. In Growing Fiji, a group of villagers from Ngau are in Vanuatu to learn more about half-pearl or Mabe farming. The group is on a first-ever exchange program between the Northern and Eastern Division that aims to build capacity, knowledge and best practices on half-pearl production. Eleanor Trangaviu reports.
21 men, women and youths from the district of Sawayeke in Ngau are on a mission in Vanua Levu to learn everything they can about mabe or half-pole production.
For them to learn, to see hands-on training, and then when we go back to the island, this is where we can work with them and then help develop this mabe.
The group is already involved in spat collection, the collection and breeding of baby oysters in their communities. They now want to go a step further.
We have about 10 lines in the water. We will put 10 more when we get back. We just want to inspect the ways in which communities here are doing their production.
The group has since visited successful mabe farms. At Ravita village in Lakaundrove, they witnessed and had a hands-on experience implanting the mabe or half-pole's nucleus into the melamela or oysters.
Something very interesting, something very new, something that we hope we'll be able to go back and share with our colleagues.
At Ravi Ravi village in Madhwata, the group witnessed the harvesting of the half-pearls.
It's a very informative learning experience, especially for youths. This is one way we can earn income and fight poverty in our communities.
The group returns to Ngau this weekend, where they will share knowledge and exchange ideas and lessons learned in mabe production and implement them in their communities. Eleanor Turangaibiu, FBC News.
16-year-old activist Anne Mary Randuva has started a Young Eco Champions network which aims to help young people fight against climate change. Speaking at a seminar on how younger activists are reshaping the climate revolution, Randuva highlighted the network has initiated 6 national mangrove planting events at the Siva foreshore since its establishment in 2018. She says they have planted more than 13,000 mangrove seedlings in line with the government's 4 million trees in 4 years initiative. Randuva stressed the fight against climate change comes in many forms such as poetry to storytelling and from UN negotiation rhetoric to planting mangroves.
I also created the Young Eco Champions Network for children under the ages of 18 to reshape the awareness landscape around climate change and our ecological crisis, and I am confident that this network of young, inspired, empowered environment activists will create change in protecting our environment.
That's it from Business Tonight. Jamie joins you now with the latest from sports.
Naka Kelly, and good evening in sports tonight. Extended squad will be made to work for tournament spot and stage set for world title bouts. Details coming up.
Vola angwela o veteranu ako itabua ako do talitay na nabarong na Bula FM nambando na sir.
Bula ang gono ilutoka do talita ka ng Bula FM berarti ni nambando na sir.
Ni Bula binaka nanregen go sa Bula FM nga na kasi.
Nalang go sa mundo atibyo ng Bula FM nambando na sir nusur.
Ni Bula binaka nalang go Jerry yang melambasa do barong nga ng Bula FM.
Bula FM, number 2 en seri.
The Fiji Airways Fiji Sevens team left our shores today to begin their defense of the HSBC World Rugby 7 Series. Traveling with an extended squad of 14, coach Gareth Baber plans to make each player work hard for selection into the tournament team once they land in Dubai. Felipe Naikaso with the details.
Off to another series. The Fiji Sevens team is out to repeat their performance last season and defend their title.
What I want to do is ensure that the players here that are on the plane this week are under pressure, and that the 12 that get picked are under pressure from the 2 that haven't. And you know, the reality is that only 12 can get picked with the 13th, and you know, what I want to do is make it as difficult as possible.
The focus for the side at the moment is Japan, and the team will not be letting their guards down.
They've been over here recently. We've played against a couple of teams in training and then also in a tournament as well in Oceania. They're a good outfit. They work hard. They've got good coaches. They resource the program well. Look, they were willing to spend money and have 25 players come over here to Fiji for 2 weeks to experience what life is like in Fiji playing sevens and playing the Oceania tournament. So they're very serious about what they do.
It is really important to start well in the series, because when you win the first 2 and then get to win the third one, a good start. You won't worry on the last few legs. You know, you'll hit the series early.
Baber will name his final 12-member team in Dubai as he is currently taking 14 players. Fiji played Japan in their first pool match at 4:02 a.m. next Friday. Philippe Naikaso, FBC Sports.
Good news keeps on coming for the Fiji National Rugby League. This after the Kaiviti Silktails and Cronulla Sharks entered into a significant partnership. The agreement will see the Sharks become the Silktails NRL partner club for the next 3 years. The partnership sets a pathway for local players from the Vodafone Cup competition to the Kaiviti Silktails, the Ron Massey Cup, and then the NRL. The stage is set for a big night of boxing this Saturday in the Kiran Boxing Promotions event in Nandi. With 3 title fights scheduled for the evening, organizers promise fans will be kept at the edge of their seats. Felipe Naikaso has more.
Boxing fans are up for a treat this Saturday with all the fighters ready to rumble.
The program has been hyped so well, and we're expecting some big fireworks at Prince Charles Park on the 30th of November. And as you have seen our previous shows, it was being outclassed, and this one is going to be on a very high scale.
With fans also inquiring about the tickets, the organizers have also planned something special.
It's a lot of people that are traveling from Singatoka. We will try to organize Coral Coast buses there, to and from. That will be a reasonable sort of fare, including on that ticket as well, so they can have the show and come back comfortably home.
From the bottom of my heart, I wish all of them best of luck tomorrow or day after tomorrow on Saturday. May the best man win. I'll be there. I'll be supporting, but I have to support Fiji.
Australian boxer Hamza Khalid has also once again stressed that he is ready to fight.
I've been doing some high kilometers in running and a bit of shadow boxing and moving around, you know, just staying active and staying fresh and just ready to show the fans on Saturday some good skills and some good show.
The Kiran Boxing Promotions will take place this Saturday at Prince Charles Park. Philippe Naikaso, FBC Sports.
Fiji Badminton is expected to select their squad soon for the World Juniors Championship in New Zealand next year. After the Korean ambassador's Fiji Open Challenge last weekend, selectors have an eye on some prominent players who can make the cut. Sawewanga has more.
The revival of this year's Fiji Open has brought about talent that could represent the country in the World Juniors next year.
We are looking at the World Championships, the World Junior Championships, which will be in Auckland in September next year. So what will happen is after this event, we hope to name a junior squad to be able to start preparation for those World Championships.
Fiji Badminton plans to send athletes who have qualified for the World Juniors to participate in the Oceania Championships in Melbourne.
But in between, in February, we have an Oceania event, Oceania Championships in Ballarat in Melbourne, Australia, and that's in February. So we want to send a men's team, a Fiji men's team, along with a few juniors who are in training for the World Championships.
Meanwhile, tournaments organizer Andra Whiteside says they plan to have local build-up tournaments to help prepare the national side.
We're looking to really finalize our calendar for next year, knowing that we have a few international tournaments to look at, including the Oceania Championships that's in Australia, as well as the World Juniors that's going to be held in Auckland.
The 2020 World Junior Championship will be held in October in Auckland, New Zealand. Sawewanga, FBC Sports.
Tonight in New Media after the break, gift ideas for people who like taking food pictures to post on social media. That's coming up.
हमारा नाम उमेश कुमार, हम रहता है लेबू और रेडियो फीजी में हरदम सुनता है, बहुत पुराना गाना लगे और बहुत रोते सुनता है, बहुत अच्छा लगे हमको।
उमेश चंद्रा और कांता चंद्रा हमारा वाइफ है, हम लोग रेडियो फीजी 2 बहुत सुंदर से सुनता है, बहुत अच्छा प्रोग्राम, नंबर 1 रेडियो।
कुमार स्वामी नायक है, गोंगवा लेबू लटोका, रेडियो फीजी 2 में पुराना गाना लगे, हमें बहुत अच्छा लगे।
कुमार नाकाफी में रहता है, रेडियो फीजी 2 सुनता है।
रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
And it's weather time now with Angie.
Hello there and welcome to the Weather World. It's Friday Eve. Woohoo! So much excitement going on. Plus the weather is getting nice and cool. What more do we need, right? Anyways, checking the west out for today, a ray of sunshine was witnessed, but light showers and clouds covered that up. Eastwards from Pakhavarasuva, showers and cloudy periods with more showers in store for tonight. And up north, clouds hovering the skies with showers also expected. At sea, it's quite rough as southeast winds will gust 20 to 25 knots. For the tides, high tide at 7:56 p.m. with low tide at 2:25 a.m. Sunrise at 6:20. Now for tomorrow, it's looking good. The light showers aren't so depressing. Tomorrow's temps, Savu Savu will be the coolest spot with highs of 28 degrees. And looking further on to Saturday, after light showery spells, the weekend looks weekend-tastic. That's all the weather from the Weather World. Jackie.
Thanks so much for that, Angie. In Fijian Pulse, we asked, do you think enough screening for measles is being done at our ports of entry?
I think the government should actually take necessary precautions in allowing people entering our shores.
I think there should be more screening done, especially to those coming in the country, because measles is very dangerous.
Yes, I think so. We should do that on airports and all our ports Fiji-wide.
More monitoring, more awareness about health issues, people that's coming here, the medical history.
We need to monitor the wharves because a lot of tourists are coming in.
I think they need to screen people at the airport.
Recapping the main stories for tonight, opposition votes should not be tallied against Fiji First. Business on a low for Wainandoi vendors. And Western Division records highest number of road fatalities. Now for these stories and others, tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. Our poll question we're asking, do you think the colour coding of taxi number plates will stop illegal operations? Visit our FBC website to answer. Our shot of the day, lovely sunset with a super yacht in sight. This shot was taken by Alice Samira McPherson just outside her home in Savu Savu. And you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj, via Facebook page FBC News, our Twitter page at FBC_news or hashtag FBC News. That was your FBC News for tonight. From the team and I, stay safe. Good night.
Hi, I'm Shamiza. And I'm Salma. We're from Nandi and we love Mirchi FM because it's hot.
My name is Rajnita Lata and I'm from Vatulaloba. और हम सब मिर्ची FM सुनता है because it's hot.
Hi, my name is Vinita. I'm from Lambasa. I love listening to Mirchi FM. It's #1.
हमारा नाम सागर रेड्डी है. हम लोग स्कूल में, हम लोग घर में और कहीं भी रहता हम लोग खाली मिर्ची FM सुनता. Gold Town Tava में मिर्ची FM दागो मामा.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.